June hasn't been the best month for me. Grief has been hitting hard. A much anticipated visit was canceled. A family member faced some scary health issues. And my city has been under a cloud of fear and anger and uncertainty. Sometimes we need to touch in with the good things in life. Things that make us happy, things that make us feel seen, things that make us feel alive and remind us of the awe and wonder in the world. Welcome to All Those Good Things. The first thing is this book, Welcome to the Grief Club. It's not the happiest thing in the world, but this little volume by Janine Kuo made me feel seen. It was clearly written by someone who has lost someone and has gone through so many of the same emotions that I have gone through over the past year. I'm just going to show you one of the first pages because it kind of sums up the attitude of the whole book. Yeah, I have felt exactly this way. Other parts of the book are more tender. They allow for conflicting feelings. They allow for anger and denial and all of those stages of grief, but in a way that feels really personal. If you are grieving or know somebody who is, you can get this on her website called Quotations. And while you're there, there's just a bunch of other amazing stuff. I stocked up on cards for my friends and stickers for my planner and all sorts of things while I was there. But this is the thing to get. On the topic of books, I cannot believe that I haven't read Slouching Towards Bethlehem before. This is a classic essay collection by Joan Didion. In fact, it's so classic that I was reading one of these essays and I realized that there was an excerpt from it on my AP test in like 1990. But I've never sat down and read this book before. And this book that she wrote in the late 1960s is still so pertinent to our times today. In fact, that tumultuous era is extra pertinent to our times today. And there's just a little bit of an extra kick to reading it while living here in California because Joan Didion is a quintessential California writer. She just captures this place in a way that no one else that I've read does. It is a joy to be in Joan Didion's California, and I can see myself coming back to this book over and over and over again. And this kind of seamlessly brings me to my next good thing because I've been reading this book sitting out on the beach. When things feel their heaviest, I try to make time to go to the beach. I love to be out on the sand by the ocean when it's a little bit foggy and there aren't many people out. An hour or two on the beach on a chilly morning is the stuff of dreams. I've made it a point recently of going to the beach on the first Sunday of every month. And I don't always make it on that day, so I try to make it up if I don't make it on that Sunday, but that's my intention. And I found it to be a time of reflection and resetting that starts every month off on just the right sort of note. I might share a full video about these first Sundays at the beach later. If that's something that you're interested in, let me know. My fourth thing also has to do with June in Los Angeles, and that is jacarandas and jasmine. I couldn't choose between them, so I'm lumping them together. But these two flowers, jacarandas are a purple flowering tree, and jasmine is the most beautifully scented flower maybe on earth. Those two bloom at the same time here, which makes June an incredibly beautiful looking and smelling month here in Southern California. If I move away from here, I will forever associate Los Angeles with the scent of jasmine and bloom. You step outside your door and you're immediately just layered in this scent that's wafting in the breeze. I have never experienced anything like this, even back in Colorado when the lilac was in bloom right outside my front door. And I just want to soak it in for as long as the season lasts. LA is also famous for jacaranda blossoms. They become this purple canopy that rains down, covering the streets and the sidewalks with what looks like confetti. I always make it a point to get to where there are lots of jacarandas blooming during this bloom time in June. Luckily for me, there happens to be one right across the street from my house. The final thing I want to share with you this month isn't really specific to June, but these are something that are just such an integral part of my life that I want to show them to you and geek out over them a little bit. These are Kaweco pens. They are a German pen brand, and this is the Kaweco Sport in multiple different iterations. They're very tiny little pens, but when you take off the lid and put it on the back, they turn into something more normal sized. This particular pen I bought at a museum in Germany when we were there several years ago, and amazingly, I haven't lost it yet. I have lost several other pens in the time since then. And I've been adding slowly to my collection. Some of these are just like your average $20 fountain pen, and some of them, like this one, are a little bit more expensive. No matter the price, these pens are my constant companions, and I just love them so much. They're refillable with either cartridges or a converter. I put all sorts of ink in them, and these have multiple different thicknesses of tips. This one here I put pigment ink in, and it is the pen that I use underneath almost all of my watercolors. Look at them, aren't they cute? So those are the 5 things I wanted to share with you this month. If you like this series, I'll be back with more next month, and I will put the things that I can link down in the description. I'm sorry I can't really offer you an opportunity to buy jacarandas in bloom or Sunday mornings at the beach. You will have to find your equivalent of those things yourself. I hope that this video has brought just a little bit of joy to your day, like these 5 things have brought joy to my life. And until next time, I'm wishing you love and joy and all those good things, and I can't wait to talk to you again. These are 5 things, and these are 5 things from the past month. These are 5 things that happened in the past month. These